Hey, so we are trying something new today. I'm really not in the mood to write out a review for The Hobbit, so I'm just gonna talk it at you, and we'll see how that goes. So I have a bullet-pointed list of all of the dysfunctional thoughts I had immediately after seeing it, and I'm just gonna go based on that. But hi! I'm Sabrina, in case you didn't know. First off, The Hobbit was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I've seen mostly negative reviews about it since it came out, and you know, like, those set me up for such a disappointment that I was honestly so pleasantly surprised. But I totally understand the negative reviews, you know, because so many people love The Lord of the Rings. This happens all the time with series, you know, as people love something so much and they're so protective over it that trying to create a sequel or a prequel or whatever is really difficult, and there's a lot of emotion involved and a lot of hype, and so you can never really live up to that. So I totally understand why people are disappointed. You know, it obviously was not the best Lord of the Rings movie. It was probably the worst one, but still way better than I thought it was gonna be. The number one complaint I've heard about it is that the movie is really slow, which I didn't really see, but the person I saw it with, my best friend Coral, she said it was very slow for about the first half, which I've heard from a lot of people. Personally for me, if you didn't like the pacing of the Lord of the Rings movies, you're not going to like the pacing of The Hobbit. You know, in Lord of the Rings, Frodo and Sam spent a lot of time walking around, and when I went to see the third movie with my mom when I was way young, she said that the fight scenes in the last movie were way too long for her and she got very bored and thought it was very slow. So I think that it's not a surprise that it's slow, but maybe people who have never really gotten into the Lord of the Rings movies aren't used to that. Maybe they're just not used to that kind of slower pacing that The Hobbit had. That was not a good sentence. But I also saw like crazy yesterday, and even though it was boring, it was not nearly as boring as people said it was going to be, so maybe I'm just the type I don't get bored during movies. I thought the pacing of The Hobbit was fine. I don't know. Okay, next point about The Hobbit is that the graphics confused me. I liked them and didn't. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. At the beginning, like, they drove me insane because it looked almost animated. Like, the sets looked extremely fake, and like, even like the dwarves looked really fake, and like the whole hall and all the gold looked really, really fake. And I don't know if it got better throughout the movie or I just noticed it less, but you know, it seemed to get, the graphics seemed to get better throughout the movie. The main thing I found looking at the movie as a whole is that the sets looked really fake, but the creatures looked really real. Like, Gollum looked fucking amazing. The graphics on Gollum were incredible. All the facial expressions in that scene were great, like the eyes, everything was absolutely beautiful, and so was the orc king guy, looked great, you know, and so did all the orcs. It was just like the settings looked really fucking fake. Like the city of Dale at the beginning and then Rivendell, I thought both looked very artificial, almost like a video game. I thought the skies also, in a weird way, looked very fake. If there was a shot of Gandalf's head and behind him were clouds, the clouds looked extremely artificial. And I don't know why that is, so maybe I am just wrong. I don't know. I don't know anything about graphics, so maybe I just have no idea what I'm talking about, to be honest. Gollum / Smeagol in this film was amazing. I thought they did a great job with his character. I loved Bilbo and I love Martin Freeman, and I think he did a great job. I read a really funny review off someone that I follow on Tumblr. Made the point that the Fili-Kili, sorry, I'm so bad at pronouncing, but the Fili-Kili bromance was not quite as much as she wanted it to be, and I actually agree with that. There definitely was not the level of corny bromanticism that I come to expect with Lord of the Rings, so hopefully they'll beef that up, but I definitely was really rooting for them. I was worried one of them was going to die the entire movie. I was really stressed out about it, so at least they had that going for them. I liked the subtle throwbacks to the old series, like when Bilbo was leaving to go on the adventure and Gandalf says to him, "Home is behind and the world is ahead." That's the first line of the song that Pippin sings in the last movie. random. I liked it. And then I think the trolls that Gandalf turned to stone are the trolls in the Fellowship of the Ring. I don't actually know that, but I feel like they are, in which case that's really awesome. I love the music. I love that main theme that they carried through the whole thing, the Misty Mountains like main theme. They changed that same tune to fit whatever was going on in the movie, and I loved that song, and I got a lot of emotions about it, and I liked it a lot. The one thing that really bugged me in this movie is that I wanted the dwarves to actually get to kick some ass, and I feel like they never actually did. It always felt like they would succeed for a little bit against their opponent, but then Gandalf would just come in and save the day, and I feel like that happened with every situation they got into, is that they would fight off for a little bit, but then it was ultimately Gandalf who would swoop in and save the day, and I think that hopefully next film the dwarves will actually get to do well. And I think that, you know, obviously they're gonna go based off the book, and I haven't read the book, so I don't know, but I would hope that they would make the point that dwarves and hobbits can, you know, kick as much fucking ass as a wizard can, which I don't know if that's true, but I would like to see that point made, because I want to believe that anyone can do anything. In summary, I haven't read the books, and my expectations were pretty low because everyone was setting it up to be a really horrible movie, so I'm really satisfied with my experience, and I'm definitely gonna go see the next one. Me and my friend got emotional during some parts, and like when the eagles came, we were just like, the eagles, and like we were freaking out and holding hands, and like it was awesome, and I really liked it. It made me relive a lot of emotions I felt during the first series. And I know a lot of people have said that like Peter Jackson was making some stuff up, but I've actually read that he didn't. He just took different things from certain appendices in other books, in other of Tolkien's books, and like put them all together. I'll link that below with the review I mentioned earlier from Tumblr. And you can read that and then be satisfied with that and not feel like Peter Jackson was making things up, and then maybe that'll make you like it better. And I love everyone involved in making this movie. I love seeing all of the behind the scenes footage, and I just think that it's a good thing. I know a lot of people feel disappointed, but I feel like The Hobbit is a good thing. So, I don't know, but hope you have a great day. Check out my blog. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to post this on my Tumblr. I feel like I'm not going to, but maybe I will. So, yeah. Okay, see you later.